What's up everybody, Typical Gamer here with your daily GTA 5 news, tips, tricks, easter eggs, guides, and more. And in today's video, I'm going to be explaining and going over some of the best first person mode option customizations to improve your enjoyment of GTA 5 in first person. Of course, everyone has different styles and preferences, so I'm going to be showing you each option, give my recommendations on the best settings that you could put, and then you guys of course can tweak it yourselves. To start off, press start, go to settings, and then click on controls. Here's where we will be changing some of the settings to give you a better first person experience. The first thing you might want to change is the targeting mode option. By default, it is on assisted aim, which you can change to free aim or any other option if you please. If you choose free aim, you will only be put in free aim GTA Online lobbies where auto aim is off, and that's what a lot of people might prefer. We're going to go ahead and skip over these third person options over here. You can edit them as you please. Over here, we have the option for first person control type. I've kept it standard because I'm used to how GTA 5 plays, but if you're used to how other shooters play, I would recommend the standard FPS control type if you want to sprint by holding down the left thumbstick instead of pressing X on PS4 or A on Xbox One. Honestly, the main reason I kept it the same and why I would probably recommend that you do too is that I don't want to keep switching and forgetting settings when I switch to third person and to first person. Whatever option you choose, I would suggest increasing the look around and aiming sensitivity just a bit because by default it does feel a bit rigid. This next option is really important. The first person on foot field of view option should be maxed out because it allows you to see much more. As you can see from my test here, you can see significantly more when the option is maxed out, which can allow you to see your enemies quickly or just be more aware while driving. For first person ragdoll, keep it on if you want to stay in first person when you get hit by a car. This can actually be pretty disorienting, so if you've done it a few times and want to change it, simply turn this feature off, and the next time you get hit by a car you will turn into third person, and then when you get up you'll go back to first person. Next, you could switch first person combat roll off if you want to roll in third person, but when you stand back up you will be in first person. This really helps so that you can see your environment around you when you roll. It also helps to see if enemies are around you, and it doesn't disorient you when you roll in first person because you really don't see anything when you roll in first person. Next up, we have first person head bobbing, which makes a slight difference as you can see here. Keeping it on can make things slightly more realistic, not really though, so I would definitely turn it off if that's bothering you at all. First person, third person cover definitely should be turned on in my opinion because the cover system strictly in first person makes it quite hard to see anything, and if you can see in third person while in cover, it makes it easier to kill your targets, and you can also look around corners like that. Moving on, I would switch on the allow movement with sniper so that you can move while sniping with any sniper. This can give you an advantage because you will no longer be a target that's just sitting still. Alternate handbrake control means that if it's on, the handbrake will be X on PS4 and A on Xbox One, while if it's off, it will be R1 on PS4 and RB on Xbox One. This is really just your preference. Here we have a new option which has a pretty large effect if you change it. It's the drive-by control type. By default, it is set to aim plus fire, which means that you have to aim and then shoot while driving. This can really be difficult, so if you'd like to shoot to automatic shooting, where you just have to hold down L1 or LB, then I would switch this to just fire. I found this one to be a better setting you can change because aiming and shooting while driving can be quite difficult, and if you want it just how it was on Xbox 360 and PS3, the fire option is just the best one. Finally, light bar effects is on PS4, and this controls whether or not you want your controller to light up in certain scenarios. For example, if this is on while you're being chased by police, you can look at your controller and it will be flashing red and blue. So that's all the options we have for the control settings, but next up we have the display settings, which can also have a significant effect. Here you will see allow independent camera modes, and I would turn this on because this means that you could change if you want third person or first person in a vehicle or on foot at different times. For example, if you like driving in first person, then you could leave it in first person while you're in a car, but if you like third person on foot, you just change it to third person while you're on foot, and then when you get in a car you'll be in first person, and when you're walking you'll be in third person, and that option won't change. If this option is off though, you will always keep the same camera mode, so if you're in first person, you get in a car, you're in first person, and then you switch to third person in the car. When you get out, you'll also be in third person. So it's really preference. I like it so that you could switch it in between because sometimes I like being first person on foot and third person car and vice versa. Now this next option is for third person, but I thought I'd bring it up. The vehicle camera height should definitely be set to high so that you could actually see while you're driving. I think it's set to low by default, and it gives you a really bad angle in third person, so setting it to high is definitely the best option. An interesting setting that works both in first and third person is the weapon target. It can be switched from simple to complex. You'll get a cooler reticle. If you just have simple, you'll have a little dot. Now, if you're a fan of the simple reticle, you actually have the option now to adjust the size of the dot by increasing or decreasing the simple reticle size bar. Finally, the last option to change is the in-game depth of field effects. You can see the difference this option makes from being on and off here, and personally I enjoy keeping it on, but again, it's up to your preference. So guys, that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope this helped you out getting some of the best customizations for your first person experience in GTA 5 for next gen PS4 and Xbox One. What I want to know is, out of all of these customizations, which option do you think had the most effect on your gameplay? Be sure to leave a comment below. As always, I want to thank you for watching the video. If you did enjoy it, I'd really appreciate it if you could give it a thumbs up, and also if you could subscribe for more daily, top-notch GTA 5 videos. Thanks for watching, I hope you have an awesome day, and peace out.